Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Welcome back to another round of street vlogging. And we are going to be discussing. I say to you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on your geographical location and your time zone. Thank you for joining us and always supporting what we do. We are strolling on the street. As you know, we call this street vlogging, and it's by code, and we cannot fail you. That's why we keep on, in spite of the challenges, to bring you a lot of things. So what we are talking about now is that what people are not talking about in Anambra State. What people are not talking in Anambra State. That's what we are going to be discussing. And I bet you that you will really engage in this discussion and bring about a lot of input and also understanding. People of Anambra State has not been talking about that quite a few number of roads are being dualized. A lot of them has not been talking about that the government house have been built, that the state has no government house for 33 years. A lot of the people in the state are not talking about the water, that water has not been supplied in the state for donkey years. A lot of them are not actually talking about the recreational arenas that are being built in the state and many others. A lot of them forget that a lot of governors has been in the state, but none of them were able to say, okay, let's dualize the roads. A lot of them doesn't see dualization of roads as important in the economic growth of the state until the advent of Governor Charles Soludo. Now that he has started doing all, many people are still not talking about it because they are still in the past. A lot of them are still believing that Anambra State is still the same, that nothing is working in Anambra State. A guy was discussing one day, and he was talking about that the government of Anambra State has not been able to build Opiweka down to main market. And he was saying all those things. And people were saying to him, are you sure you know what you are talking? So, until he said he couldn't believe it because he wasn't believing what people were saying, until finally he went down to Ochanja main market to make some purchases, in spite that he's leaving state. And he was amazed how everywhere has been transformed and work still in progress in the whole place. So he was thinking, when did all these things happen? Because from 2 weeks ago, he was telling people how nothing is happening. So that's the level of ignorance. That's the level of poor communication and poor information dissemination in the state, where the people in the state doesn't even know what is going on in the state, and they don't even know what government is doing, and how can they participate in the overall development of the state, whereby they are not carried by the government. That's one of the things this the government of Anambra State and majority of this state government have failed to do, and that's why there is a disparity between the governed and the government, and this has created a lacuna or a serious gap that has refused to be filled. Because one of the things, sorry about the noise, we are walking on the street, and we call this street vlogging, and when we talk about street vlogging, it's something you do in the street, and our mantra says street vlogging, meaning that we might encounter noise, we might encounter people walking and talking. So but let's continue on what we are discussing. So there are many things people are not talking about in the state. For the first time, a place like Obosi, that the roads were abandoned, things are happening. In spite of how slow the place, things are happening there. Think about the Nepal Road stroke PMP block industry, or think about St. Peter's Road, think about Amanato Road, think about Amesi roads. Those are roads in Ugwagba, Obosi, that have been touched by government. But lots of people doesn't know about these things, because the government in power has not been able to carry most of the people along in the information dissemination. The government also, one of its weakness is poor information dissemination. As we talk about weakness of security, weakness of environment, we also have endemic weakness of information dissemination. I think that's why recently the governor appointed a new commissioner of information by the name Mr. Law Mefo, which is he's also a veteran in information dissemination, to see if he can improve things, because on the psyche of the people think that nothing is happening in the state, and you can understand why they are saying that, because the government has not done a thorough job of showcasing what he's doing or trying along to carry on the people. That's why he has not been able to secure the people trust and confidence in ending also Monday sit at home. So now, if you think about Okpoko in Ogbaro or part of Onitsha greater region, a lot of people don't know that between 7 to 11 roads have been constructed or still undergoing construction. Many people don't know. Recently, a lady was talking about how he dread to go to Okpoko, that he can't go to Okpoko, and people were saying to him, are you talking about Okpoko of the past or today's Okpoko? And he was arguing with them that nothing happened, that the Okpoko is dread, there's no roads, everywhere is a mess. And suddenly she went on the well, where they call in the well, to do some shopping. And when she went there, she found that everywhere were being transformed or being transformed, and she was very shocked that this thing is happening under her noses, and she did not notice that. She was saying that better I've been in this state, I've been running around everywhere, but I have never heard about this. What has happened? Who did this and who did what? And when they were told, she was told that the governor was the one, and she was shocked. That's the level of what has been happening, what people are not talking about in the state. What is your own opinion? Please drop your own comments and share. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Remember that you need to subscribe also. I see you in the next one, and God bless you. Bye.